Oh, father dear, tell me if you can, who are these men who have haunted my childhood? Around this neighbourhood, around the streets of Ballyfihan, around the streets of Ballyfihan. Oh son, on Connolly Road we remember James Connolly. He was a brave man, he tried to set his people free. He fought a hard war against great poverty and inequality. He was shot down in a coal prison yard. Son, they were brave men, and we remember them around the streets of Ballyfihan, around the streets of Ballyfihan. Oh, father dear, tell me if you can, who are these men who have haunted my childhood? Around this neighbourhood, around the streets of Ballyfihan, around the streets of Ballyfihan. Oh son, on Plunkett Road we remember Joseph Mary Plunkett. He was a brave man, he tried to set his people free. I see his blood upon the rose, and in the stars the glory of his eyes. He was shot down in a coal prison yard. Son, they were brave men, and we remember them around the streets of Ballyfihan, around the streets of Ballyfihan. Oh, father dear, tell me if you can, who are these men who have haunted my childhood? Around this neighbourhood, around the streets of Ballyfihan, around the streets of Ballyfihan. Oh son, on Pierce Road we remember Padraig Pierce. He was a brave man, he tried to set his people free. He understood that the blossom will fade, but in the springtime it will be remade and rise again, and rise again, and rise again. He was shot down in a coal prison yard. Son, they were brave men, and we remember them around the streets of Ballyfihan, around the streets of Ballyfihan, around the streets of Ballyfihan, around the streets of Ballyfihan.
They'll love you for that. The people of the Han will be so impressed.
Yeah, I played it there 2 weeks ago on a Saturday night at the concert in the community centre, and I went down a bomb.
Is there any end to your geographical ramblings around this city of ours? From Ballyfihan to Passage West to Ballincollig, where's next?
Well, I'm writing a lot of Cork songs, and I got a great education. I got an education, Neil, you couldn't pay for. You could get no university from doing gigs here with this man here, Jimmy Crowley, next to me when I was a young fella.
The Lee himself, huh? What if, is that the bouzouki? I know I keep getting around.
The pleasure is mine, John. We had a great crack together always. We had a band for a few years together.
That's right.
We had a great time.
Yeah.
This is Neil. This is a big bouzouki. It's called a Durdan. My own.
It's a weapon of a thing.
It's a weapon. It's that extra bit.
And it's amazing because the Han Ballyfihan took on all of the Republican leaders' names of the streets because the city centre wouldn't do it. Aren't I right?
That's right. Yeah. Well, I think there was a bit of a dispute happening in the 30s and the 40s, wasn't there? They
wanted to rename a lot of them.
Yeah.
Washington Street and all these.
The Grand Parade and all those,
Parade.
and it didn't last long. They switched them back, and then they built the Han, and all the names went in there. But the community in Ballyfihan have really embraced the centenary. And there's been a lot of events there, marches and commemorations, and it's wonderful to drive through there and see all the placards.
Yeah, and Limo Higeen is in touch all of the time, and we announce the different events. I think that every week there's something going on there, which is amazing, which is great, because sometimes we forget, do we give it enough time or enough attention on Leeside,
Yeah, so it's a great community there.
We kind of missed the rising on Leeside, didn't we?
We did.
We didn't get the text message.
It's fantastic to see the names of the people up there, really.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful kind of a place.
Yeah.
Great.
So the gig, tell me about it. Is this is a kind of a tour around Cork, is it? In music and ballet?
It's a once-off big event.
No, I'm saying the gig itself on the night.
The gig itself,
It's kind of songs of the city, old and new, some of the old stuff I collected and that found its way in that new book, The Songs from the Beautiful City. Some of my own songs, and some songs John has been really inspired by Cork. Like a lot of, I didn't realise so many of his songs are actually to do with where he comes from, and a new perspective.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So this Friday Friday night, lads. This Friday night in St. Luke's, live at St. Luke's Old Church. 8 o'clock, isn't it? Be there or be square.
John,
do they?
Know about it.
No, they don't, Jimmy. We're here to plug the gig. Let's plug the gig. Friday night.
There's a commercial aspect to this.
Yeah.
The time, the place, the cost.
Yeah. It's at a very reasonable price, and this Friday night in St. Luke's, a lovely venue, and it's run by. It's an acoustic weekend there. Myself and Jimmy are on Friday night. Declan O'Rourke is on Sunday night.
Brilliant.
Someone else is on Saturday night, etc.
The fellow with the queer name, like.
Yeah, so it's all good. So we're myself and Jimmy are coming together for a once-off gig. It's called Songs from the City, and we're doing like Jimmy's classic songs like The Boys of Fair Hill, Salonica, The Armoured Car. I'm doing a lot of new compositions. So that's the crack.
Are you both as busy as you want to be then?
Yeah, we are at the moment. We're very busy, both of us, I'd say. Very busy. I mean, if it was like this all the time, to be grand.
You're not getting much time to sail the old boat, are you?
No. I kind of got over to the bike, Neil. I'm kind of cycling a lot. I just came back from a lovely week, 8 days around Ireland.
Did you tour on a rower?
In forgotten places, Holywells, up around North Tipperary, Upper Church, Jiminy Mills.
Did you get the weather for it and everything?
I had 6 beautiful days and 2 lousy days.
Go away. And this is a push bike?
It's a push bike, but it's a really good travelling, slow tourist bike, a bike that crossed America.
He put us to shame, Spillane.
Yes,
yeah.
He's not bad for an old fella.
Not bad for an old timer.
Yeah.
And what about you? I mean, you're a television star now. Every time I turn it on, you're either on the Late Late or TG Cahir and God knows where.
Well, flushed with success, Neil, from my big appearance on the Late Late on the coach with Tubbery there recently. It's all I can walk down the street in Cork now with people out saying to me, "You were great on the Late Late." So happy days, you know. So very, very happy, you know, writing music and performing, and
life is good.
It's all good, yeah.
Okay. The songs from the beautiful city. Jimmy has just brought me in a signed copy of the book. I really appreciate this. It will be a real treasure to me, and I will enjoy reading it. And you're right, I have terrible pride in the city, not unlike the two of you guys. But Salonica, which we're going to play out on now, of course, is very much connected to Cork. So take us through the story of the Separas. Because during the war, of course, there were many Cork women whose husbands were away fighting, yeah?
Yeah, well, you see, you know the way we put A onto everything, like PANA, separation of women, we're getting separation pay from the British government.
When their husbands were away, the government in the UK were paying them.
That's right, and they were separates. And this is a slagging match between a woman who believes in the sense of not going to war because to support the volunteers at home. But then, because of the irony of history, Neil, so many men fought with the British Army, with the Munsters, and came home and joined the volunteers for a republic. So there's not necessarily.
Well, they went away, a lot of them, for
good reasons,
for a living, like, wasn't it, to be able to support their.
They sure did, and some women believed in
some also believed in the
fighting
cause.
for the small nations, of course. You know,
yeah.
You know, you can't knock it. Really, it's just the way it was. And
so there were two sets of people here then. Some who were getting separation pay because the husbands were fighting, others who weren't, and they were poor, so they were envious of them.
They were called the slackers then, because they were kind of seen like the people who didn't go to Vietnam. You know what do you call them again?
Pacifists.
Yeah, and there's another word as well.
Draft dodgers,
yeah,
right.
That kind of thing. So they were seen, and it's a fantastic song because there's places and ideas and part of our cosmos that have now disappeared only for that song.
All right, well,
people
give it
like Dickie Glue, you know.
Yeah, give it Holly.
Take it away, Matt.
Husband's in Salonica and I wonder if he's dead. I wonder if he knows he has a kid with a foxy head. So right away, Salonica, right away, me soldier boy. But when the war is over, what will the slackers do? They be all around the soldiers for the loan of a bob or two. So right away, Salonica, right away, me soldier boy. But when the war is over, what will the soldiers do? They be walking around with a leg and a half, and the slackers will have two. Right away, Salonica, right away, me soldier boy.
They tax the pound, the butter, they tax the halfpenny bun. Still with all their taxes they can't pay the bloody Hun. So right away, So right away, Salonica, right away, me soldier boy. They tax the Colosseum, they tax St. Mary's Hall. Why don't they tax the bobbies with their ass against the wall? So right away, right away. So right away, Salonica, right away, me soldier boy.
Over, what will the slackers do? They be all around the soldiers for the loan of a bomb or two. So right away, so right away, so right away, Salonica, right away, me soldier boy. For they takes us out of Blarney,
they lays us on the grass,
they puts us in the family way and lets us on our arse.
So right away, so right away. So right away, Salonica, right away, me soldier boy. Now never marry a soldier, a sailor or a marine. Keep your eye on the Sinn Féin boy with his yellow, white and green. So right away, so right away, so right away, Salonica, right away, me soldier boy.
Well done, gentlemen. A magic moment. That really worked. That really worked. Great song. And you've got two different tunes going on. You've got the bouzouki and the mouth organ. Are you playing different tunes on both at the same time?
Well, sometimes
you have to split your brain or something.
You do in a way. Sometimes I play the melody on both, and that's lovely because it's kind of like
it's the same thing.
It's a lovely
thing. You weren't there now. You were two different.
I did a little bit of it there, and I just found a way of listening to people like Andy Irvine, who's just a master on this, like, and I can never. He splits his brain in 5 different channels.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad because you are singing and playing a guitar or a bouzouki. You just. Replace your voice with the
you're like a grey-haired Bob Dylan with a beard.
Some clatter coming out of that. There's not a lot of instruments, isn't there?
And tell me,
Jimmy Mac accused me of sporting the who's that country singer, the boxer?
Oh yes, Willie Nelson.
No, not Willie, but the fellow who sings about the boxer on the train.
The boxer on the train. Kenny Rogers. You're like Kenny Rogers. Jimmy.
You know that Guy Clark died.
I told he was
fantastic.
Died this morning.
It was just lovely.
Desperados
lovely,
waiting for a train.
Songwriter.
Loves them, yeah.
Tell me, Jimmy, any news of Stoker's Lodge?
Well, there's a few festivals that were kind of interested in us this year, and we're just looking at the possibility.
It's got to work out. The timing's got to work out for everybody.
It's got to work out, yeah.
I hope it does.
But great response so far anyway.
Every gig's been great.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, I wish I had more time. Keep a couple of texts with me. I'll see you Friday night. It'll be great.
Thanks so much, Neil.
Okay, great to see you both.
Thanks,
Jimmy
Neil.
Crowley and John Spillane, and that's on Friday night. Songs from the City. Friday night live at St. Luke's. Tickets €22 plus a booking fee at uticket.ie. Got a couple of tickets to give away now on 1-850-104 or 106. It'd be a great night as they weave together a musical journey in time and place from two Cork greats of the Cork music scene. And it's a pleasure to see you both.
Thanks so much.
Get to that gig, guys. It'll be great, and you'll have a wonderful, wonderful night's entertainment. Our lines will stay open at 1-850-104 106. The tickets are available also at Henshey's Bar in St. Luke's, at Pro Musica, Oliver Plunkett Street, and on the door on the night, live in St. Luke's Cross.
The Neil Prendeville Show with Nissan. You'll never look back with our pioneering innovation behind you. Red FM.